So there's a certain style of watch that has been really grabbing my attention on Aliexpress lately, and it's these sort of vintage military-inspired field watches. I think they're a great looking watch in general, but on Aliexpress you get some great looking watches, a real variety of variations of it at fantastic prices. Hello, you're watching James. My name's James, you're watching me, and I'm talking about watches. And I'm talking about the Aliexpress sale that's coming up again. And I'm talking about a time when it might be well worthwhile buying one of these affordable military style watches on Aliexpress. Aliexpress has so many of these available. They all look really good. They're all priced normally pretty well anyway, but on sale, they're going to be priced even better. Recently, I bought a Merkur, and I'm so impressed by it, and I like it so much that I wanted to go into Aliexpress and find some of my absolute favorites of these styles of watch to share with you guys. Now guys, if you're interested in the watches I'm going to show you today, I will leave some links below. A couple of them are affiliate links, a couple of them are not affiliate links. And let's start with one that I actually purchased. And more than that, I want to show you what's also on the listing of the watch that I purchased, because there is the same case with a whole bunch of dial variations. Now, as I talk, I'm going to show the watch that I've bought here. This is the one that I bought, but I'm then going to cycle through and show you the other dial variations, all on the same listing on Aliexpress. But all of them are 38mm case diameter, all of them have 20mm lugs, mechanical hand winding, and all of these, all the different dials for 200 Australian dollars, give or take. Depends exactly on sort of which dial variation you pick. Depends on, obviously, if the sale might have some a bit cheaper as well. So I really hope they are cheaper. But what I'm going to say is, for around that sort of money, picking the one that you like, obviously because there's so many variations, you're probably going to end up with a watch that you really, really enjoy in your collection for not a lot of money. Now, I admit the watch that I got, I didn't particularly like the strap that came with it, but that was an easy fix. I swapped it out to a canvas strap that I bought off Aliexpress at a really cool price. So wait, you're just saying you like those dials, but you don't like that case shape? Well, that's perfectly fine because Merkur's got us covered, because they've got the more sort of traditional style here. Basically exactly the same, around 170 Australian dollars these ones, 38mm case still, same mechanical movement, basically the same watch as far as I can see, same sort of size, dimensions, give or take the same sort of prices as well, just the two different styles of cases. So you get to choose which one you particularly like. But wait, there's still more from Merkur. If you want something even more interesting, something a little bit different, something a little bit more punchier on the dial, there's this FOD model which they've got out there. 160 Australian dollars, same dimensions again, 38mm, probably the same case to be honest, but it's just got even another different dial there, which I think looks pretty cool as well. So I think Merkur's got us covered in regards to a whole bunch of watches, dials, and case shapes. But if you don't want to buy a Merkur, perhaps you might be interested in Baltany, because there's a lot of positivity out there for Baltany at the moment, especially in this style of watch. And in particular, this one here, this Quartz Chrono. People are losing their minds over this watch. They love it. They love the look of it, the feel of it, the quality of it. And being 240 Australian dollars, you're getting a watch that feels and looks this good for that sort of price. I can understand why people are excited about it. Has a 39mm case diameter, so it's a little bit bigger than those Merkurs. Powered by the Seiko VK61, and having so many amazing reviews out there, not just from content creators, but also from people that are buying these watches. If you like this style of watch, if you like this size of watch, if you want this sort of look of watch on your wrist, this one is likely to be a great purchase and a worthwhile investment. Sticking with Baltany for the next couple, but these ones are mechanical. And this one here, I really like the look of, except for it's a little bit smaller than what I would normally sort of go for. This one is a 36mm. However, it's a mechanical watch. It's by Baltany, 260 Australian dollars this one. 36mm case diameter, 18mm lugs, 100 meters of water resistance, sapphire crystal, and it comes in a black dial, which I'm showing you here, but there's also like an off-white sort of slightly textured dial, which looks kind of interesting too. I think a Baltany mechanical field watch is a great idea. This one's probably a little bit small for me, but if you like the slightly smaller watches, this one might be worth considering. But because this one's a little bit too small for me, well, Baltany has me covered as well, because they've got this one here. This one here is a Baltany. It is 250 Australian dollars, and it's a little bit bigger. 39mm. There is a Seiko NH35 and an NH38 powered versions. So you've got a date and a no date version of this watch, which is great. And it's great that they picked the movement to actually suit that watch. It has an all bead blasted looking sort of style case and 100 meters of water resistance. So I think amongst those watches that I've shown you today, there's a whole bunch that are really interesting. And there's a heap more on Aliexpress as well. My searches sort of almost went on forever, but I didn't want to make a really, really long video. Those are the ones that really stood out to me. I'm really happy with my Merkur. Those Baltanys are also absolutely fantastic. And guys, if you like this video, maybe check these ones out next.